She appeared one day, silently, mysteriously, growing in places she'd never been before. Mugwort, the witch's herb, the dream walker, the one who calls when it's time to remember. This is the story of the herb that found me. The one that didn't just grow, but came home. So, I never planted mugwort. It wasn't in my yard last year. But one morning, there she was, growing in clusters, healthy, strong, and very much at home. As soon as I saw her, really, I got so excited. I was coming home, backing into my driveway, and I looked over and I'm like, is that mugwort? Gosh, I was so excited. So spiritually, I believe the land was speaking to me. She wasn't subtle, she wanted to be seen. And not that I just started connecting with my lineage. However, I have been working a lot more heavier on my past lives, on being a witch, studying, in my own way, of course, but also remembering my past lives and who I was as a witch. So we have a 2-part driveway, guys. That's probably why you're seeing this. We got a 3-part driveway. That's our other driveway. So here I was backing into my driveway right here, because you have to back in order to park properly. And as I was pulling up, and I usually pull up right here so that I can back in properly, I was like, holy heck, that is a lot of mugwort. It goes all the way up to going up towards our neighbor's driveway. I'm drinking my coffee here with you guys. It's early in the morning, so you guys can probably hear the critters. So as I had been recounting my past lives as witches, I came across one in Germany, like in around the 1500s, near the Harz Mountains. She was an herb witch, a solitary seer. Mugwort was used to ward off night spirits, hung in doorways at midsummer, crafting bundles with yarrow, elderflower, and mugwort. And I would burn mugwort in trance rituals to journey. I was called a dream keeper. Another life was in southern Ireland, in Dublin, near Dublin. I used mugwort for spirit journeying, soul retrieval. I burned it with sea salt and peat moss to cleanse sorrow. I hung mugwort on red thread above a newborn's crib. The land called me its daughter, and mugwort was the lullaby. So we're going to zoom in here on the leaves a little bit more. Let's look at this one. Put my coffee down. Okay. So this right here is mugwort, Artemis vulgaris, also known as Cronewort, Dreamweed, wild wormwood. Yep. So she's deeply lobed, jagged edges, which is what we see right here. You flip her over, silvery white. Isn't that beautiful? So I have already picked some. I probably need to come out and pick some more and hang it. There's so much here. It's just wild how much is here. I mean, literally, look at that, all mugwort. And there's more on another side of my property that I found the other day too. But this one's the most easiest to access. So it has a strong herbal like sage and camphor, roadsides, gravel path, wild edges, which is here. It's used for dreams, lucid travel, protection, divination and third eye work, womb and ancestral wisdom. So like it opens your third eye, heightens clairvoyance, enhances inner vision. Burning, anointing, or placing mugwort under your pillow can invite vivid dreams, lucid states, protection, hung above your doorway, or used during travel. I do take mugwort with me when I travel. That's always a main herb that comes with me. It does have feminine and womb power, like the divine feminine. It's linked to the moon, menstruation, fertility, and cycles, which will that's my reminder to let you know that if you are pregnant, you are to avoid mugwort. Also used for ritual cleansing and shadow work. So you can burn as incense for divination. They're just beautiful. I mean, look at her. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. I did come and leave offerings as well. I left crystals to thank them for showing up. You can put it in black salt or spell jars for psychic shielding. Its associated deities are Artemis, Hecate, Diana, Freya. Best moon phase to work with is the dark moon, full moon, and waning crescent. So how to harvest? First you ask permission. So place your hand over the plant, breathe and listen. And I know she's letting me know that I am able to pick her. However, I did not bring the correct shear, so I'll have to come back later. But I also like to pick them when the moon's out. I usually come out at night to pick them. So use sharp scissors. You've got to harvest it before it flowers. So there's no flowers yet, but I think it's going to get close to it. Don't take too much. And you got to snip just above the leaf nodes to allow regrowth. So here's your leaf nodes right here. These are your leaf nodes. So cut above it so that it can continue to grow. Don't take too much. And offer gratitude. A whisper prayer, a sprinkle of water, a strand of your hair if you can. If you didn't bring anything else with you. I did bring crystals the other day and just kind of poured some little crystal chips around here. So I like using, I use mugwort pretty much all the time. I have several oils in my Ko-fi shop that have mugwort in them. For example, I have one called the Witch's Silence Oil, and that's for cloaking, psychic shielding, and shadow work. And the mugwort enhances that spiritual stealth and wards off psychic intrusion, opens awareness while keeping your energy veiled. That has mugwort in it, as black salt, poppy seed, dragon's blood resin, Solomon seal root, myrrh, patchouli, black spruce essential oils. It's good for dark moon rituals, graveyard work, spirit warding. The other oil I have is Ancestral Connection Oil. And that's to open the ancestral gates and honor lineage. So I use mugwort, hibiscus, rose, grapeseed oil is the carrier oil that it goes in, along with some other essential oils. That one's good for like Samhain, Scorpio full moon, waning crescent rituals, or pretty much anytime you want to have some type of ancestral connection with your family. Let me show you where the other, kind of give you an idea where the other mugwort was at. And it's down, all the way down that driveway. This used to be all trees, and they were knocked down, and then this happened. So I use another one called Void Veil, and it's a banishment, intention, planting, and shadow integration. It opens up liminal space, dream realms, intuitive release. That has black sesame, myrrh resin, dandelion root, mugwort, poppy seed, patchouli, and other essential oils. So dark moon intention, setting, banish rituals, and dream seeding. Going up there is where the fairies were found. Their portal. I can't go up there. I don't have the correct shoes to walk up that steep hill. Let me have some coffee, guys. I think you should too. Pull out your coffee. So, my next oil is called Witch Blood, the witch I was. And that's reclaiming past lives as your witch, activating ancient magic, unlocking past life memory, and divinatory sight across different timelines. That one has mugwort, lotus flower, poppy seed, dragon's blood, black salt, hibiscus, and a couple other things. Good for spellwork, divination, soul retrieval, and identity awakening. I've been using that recently, and my past lives have been pretty flipping active and have been really making their past lives known. It's pretty wild how that's happening. I do have a new oil I might be trying out, and it's called Mugwort of Many Lives. It's an oil of soul memory, liminal magic, and ancestral sight. A master blend for diviners, hedge witches, and those called by dream or herb. So I haven't fully decided on exactly all the ingredients in that, but I want to make mugwort its main component. So yeah, that's exciting that I had so much mugwort growing in my property. It's pretty incredible. Actually, to live out in the middle of nowhere, where it's just nice and quiet, and yeah, nice and quiet out here. Okay, so many of us think we chose this path, but sometimes it's the path that chose us. Sometimes it's the land or the wind or a plant that seems to show up out of nowhere with a message only your soul remembers. Mugwort didn't come into my life just to be harvested. She came to awaken something, a memory, a presence, a lineage. And as I work with her, whether in oil, smoke, or sleep, I feel the whispers of every witch I've ever been rise to the surface. She's not just an herb, she's a companion to the one who walks between. To the veil crossers, the bone hearers, the dreamers who plant spells in the dark. If Mugwort has called herself home to you, too, share your story in the comments. Let's remember together. And if you feel called to work with her through oils, jars, or ritual blends, I've shared some of my own creations in my Ko-fi shop, all crafted with love, intention, and the deepest respect for this sacred ally. Thank you for walking this path with me, for remembering your witch blood, and for honoring the herbs that find us when we're finally ready to see them. Until next time, guys, stay rooted, stay magical, and may the spirits of the land speak sweetly to you.